7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Boom, 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 boom. I got a real pretty, pretty little thing that's waiting for me.
Dude, what are you doing?
Checking my dipstick.
I mean, what are you doing?
Oh,
the singing.
My singing? You don't like it?
No, it is horrible. Look, I got a buddy that can legit sing. R&B artist, Raspy Soul.
Let's go check him out.
He's a cool dude. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, man.
I wouldn't say we made it, but we made it through. We didn't make it up, we just made a way. We gon' take it up, we won't fade away. I got too many dreams, gotta stay awake. Ask me if I changed, yo, it's night and day. I told the backstabbers, put the knife away. I'm trying to get my family to a nicer place.
All right.
Yeah, we back. Hey.
Game time.
Game time.
It's comfy.
Zach,
Like
Yeah,
this?
I like this.
this is who I was talking about.
This is the guy.
This is my boy, Raspy Soul.
Raspy Soul. What's up, man?
My man.
All right, man. I am ready for today. I've heard a lot of things about you.
Hopefully
This
good.
is the first interview where I actually haven't met the person,
Yeah, I know.
right? So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I get to interview somebody I don't really know.
I got friends.
You got friends?
He does.
Mark does have friends, believe it or not.
Mark has friends.
All right, man. Let's put these seatbelts on.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's go get this thing, man. I'm so pumped.
Safety first.
All right, man. Catch you on the tailgate.
See you on the tailgate. All right, hey, we're on the tailgate. We got Raspy Soul. So this was the guy we shouted out in our initial intro right here.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, from already talking to him a little bit today, this interview is going to be wild and we're going to have a blast. So, hey, we're on the tailgate. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. What's up, brother?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
I can't complain, sir.
Thank you for coming on the show.
This guy.
This guy. So you and Mark have known each other for what? About roughly 10 years?
About 10 years now. Yeah.
10 years.
Damn right.
And you guys
Damn
met.
right.
What do you guys meet doing?
We were working together at PF Chang's in Virginia Beach, man.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Town Center?
Yeah,
PF
Town
Chang's?
Center. Yeah, he kind of bullied me a little bit.
I believe it.
because he kind of knew what he was doing before I did. I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
So he didn't train you. He just
Not
watched
at
you.
all. It was like, you suck. I was like, I got to get better.
Really? He bullies me too. Don't worry about it.
Man, so you understand.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. So, all right, PF Chang's, you guys are working there for a while.
Mhm.
Then you guys kind of split your separate ways. And
Mhm.
then you guys get back together
Mhm.
kind of randomly.
Randomly.
And you, at 2018, you became an R&B artist.
I did.
Officially released your first EP.
Indeed.
Okay. And Mark was like, hey, man, let's shoot a music video. Which you guys shot.
It was just like that, too.
Yeah. So, and the cool thing about the music video is I watched it. You guys need to check it out. We'll put the link to it.
Yes.
It was like a legit, like, oh, damn, this dude's making, like, for one, you can sing.
That's the
Yeah.
thing, man. It's like this guy can sing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And it was a fun music video. The lyrics were cool.
Gotcha.
To me, it was more like modern, like I felt it,
Yeah.
right? And that was the cool part about it. So let's backtrack, all right?
Okay.
So, born and raised in Jersey,
Jersey, yes, sir.
okay?
Yes,
And
sir.
then
Patterson, what up?
Patterson. I've never been to New Jersey, so I
Yeah,
can't
man.
shout them out. But
Gotcha,
I've
gotcha.
driven through New Jersey.
Same difference.
Okay. All right, cool. So, born and raised in Jersey.
Mhm.
How long did you live there?
Most of my life,
Okay.
off and on, back to Carolina with my mom, living down there. But yeah, most of my life through high school years, and then I went back to Jersey. Was there for a little while, and then VA became my home after a while.
Okay. So, you said North Carolina. So, you said your mom moved down there?
yeah, she was in Jacksonville.
Okay. She just
Yeah.
wanted to get away from.
Yeah, she just wanted to change the scenery. You know what I mean? Growing up in the city, she was just like, I need somewhere where I felt a little bit more safer raising children.
Yeah.
So she definitely raised my brother down there, which, you know what I mean, definitely helped and
Okay.
kept him safe. You know what I mean?
Cool. And then so you're in North Carolina, and then transitioned to Virginia Beach. What brought you to Raw Beach?
I had family here that lived in Norfolk actually.
Okay.
And they were just saying how it's a relaxed place, and I was like, why not? And I was just like, if I'm gonna start fresh, when we go to a new state, just start fresh. Yeah.
Start fresh, you did.
Start fresh, I did.
All right, that's awesome. So So this is a question that I always have for people who can sing.
Okay, got you.
Because I cannot.
What you mean? I know in the shower when that one song comes on.
All right, so I do have my shower jams.
I knew it.
I mean, I've had some full concerts in the
Bro,
shower.
you have to. It's
Like,
not,
I've hit some
done talking air guitar and
songs,
everything.
everything like that. But
Right, man.
when did you know you could sing? Because like my kids are like, Dad, lock it up.
So they don't understand art there, though.
Yeah. It's all subjective.
It is. I love it. When I knew I could sing, I knew I had a love for it.
Yeah.
But the first time I probably opened my mouth and knew was at home.
Yeah.
I walked past my mom, and like I said, she was a choir director growing up, so I was just like, all right. I hear notes. I hear notes all the time. That's all she did was walk around the house singing harmonies, melodies, and I'm like, I like whatever that is. It's doing in my ears. I like it. So that one day that she was singing something, and I knew this part was coming up, and I hit it, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I was like, all right, I think I can do this. Yeah, I think I can do this. Yeah, it was like, okay, like my son can sing, and I was like, my mom thinks I can sing, so that's what I thought.
Did you start singing in the church too?
Oh yeah, man. After she knew I could do that, it was a wrap, man. It was just like I was the 7-year-old, 8-year-old at choir practice with all the adults, and she was just pointing at me and be like, "LJ, what's the note?" And I mean, alto, soprano, tenor, like I knew all notes.
Speaking French.
Yeah, exactly. So with that came the desire to listen to more music. And I mean, my mother just grew up on the classics, like the Donny Hathaways and the Luther Vandrosses and the Patti LaBelle. So my ear just became.
So where do you draw your inspiration from? There was like one artist that you could be like.
My all-time favorite musical artist is Donny Hathaway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just something about his soul. When he opened his mouth, when the words came out, his voice came out, you feel something.
Right.
So anytime people hear a song to you or song for you, it's amazing when you hear it. It's just like, your body, your whole soul feels something.
When you get that kind of like
hair on the back of your neck. Yeah. He knows. This guy knows.
Yeah,
man.
I have a few of my artists.
And it's something about that feeling that is undeniable. Male, female, doesn't matter who it is. It's just like when you hear that good music.
So that's Reba McEntire for me.
See, Reba, and I love Reba though, and I think Reba's. Actually, you know what's funny? I used to have a crush on Reba.
Who did it though? Bro?
Reba was gorgeous, bro. She still is.
Yeah, right.
What?
And she's like, what, in her 60s?
If that. Good? Look, I'm just trying. Hey, Grandma, what's going on, baby?
Reba, if you hear this, hit us up. That'd be cool.
We love you.
That was my first concert ever, and I remember. Like the showmanship, and like she came out in this like Cadillac, and she sang "Fancy," and I was like that's still a song that like hits me to the core, so I can relate when you say you have that one artist. It's like that's the one.
That's the one.
And
you know it, man.
I can't sing at all, so I mean, whatever.
We'll let Reba. I think Reba got us though.
Yeah, so
I think Reba got us.
I can spit some pretty dope freestyle. Bars. That's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole nother episode.
So R&B, like that's your genre.
Yeah.
Did you know, like, when you first started singing, like that's the genre I'm gonna dive into?
Honestly, no. I mean, as far as like genre, I mean, I guess back then growing up, I didn't really know. I mean, what genres were. I just knew what music was.
Right.
Music was. I mean, the categories that we put things in now are not even the categories that late '80s, early '90s. We weren't categorizing like that. Good music was just good.
Yeah,
music.
right.
So once I realized that the style of music that I in my mind wanted to eventually one day create, it was R&B, and I just took it and ran with it. But I never ran with it to the professional side. It was talent shows. It was it was showcases. It was on the spot at somebody's birthday party. It was in the hallways in high school.
Right.
Like literally every female I knew, I walked by.
So you're saying that was your. You don't need pickup lines. You just like, hey, come here, let me.
You know what? It's funny because that was growing up. I was an outgoing kid.
Yeah.
But I was also that introvert.
Yeah.
So singing was my.
That was your way to.
That was my So if I walked past somebody was like LJ sing, and I'm like word. And I was
I don't think a lot of I'm glad you said introvert. I don't think a lot of people realize like a lot of introverted people have that one thing that makes them an extrovert, right? Like me, a lot of people don't think. I consider myself an introvert, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have. Hear me out, Mark. I know you're shaking your head.
You see him?
I know you're shaking your head.
I'm like, bro, what?
See, why'd you call me out? Like, oh, you see what I'm saying?
He did.
He's calling me out on the show.
He could have just kept a straight face.
I know. So, but what I'm saying is like, you have those moments of like where you're like, okay, I'm in my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
I can really be me, and that's that extroverted side, right?
Yes, it is.
But then you're like that all day, and you go home and you're tired.
Yes.
So like
exhausted.
somebody asks you to sing all day, and you're like, all right, I've been singing all day, and then by the time you get home, you're like, I don't want to sing.
I don't want to sing anymore. But nah, it was just my way of. I just feel like singing is that moment where, like, I don't know what word, invincible. Like I'm untouchable. I'm safe. I'm at peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, no.
So it's more of a passion.
It really is, man. Like, we have a heartbeat, so I think music is attached to us in so many different ways that we don't even pay attention to it.
Music is healing. Bro.
It is healing.
And I hate that we put music in a box. So like R&B, country,
yes.
hip hop. I mean,
And then we judge it so much.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's form of, it's like, and I'm like, bro, it's just somebody's form of art. Either embrace it or just say it's not your cup of tea and move on.
Like, I told Mark, like, I like a lot of different types of music. Like,
Me too, man.
I'm the guy who literally be rolling to like country music with
Yeah.
banjos in the
Bro,
background.
let me tell you something. Conway Twitty,
Yeah, right?
love him.
Because the voice and the way he sang.
And his writing ability.
Yes.
I think people don't pay attention enough to the verbiage of what people are saying.
Right.
Like, this, if the beat is not exactly what they want to hear, it's just like they disavow the song or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you listening?
But see, I think so. I think as we grow up, right, we go with what our friends kind of want us to
This
go
is
with
true.
too, right? So like coming to school, if I was like, man, I like this. Man, why are you listening?
Yeah,
to that?
right.
Are you?
Oh, especially me. If I went to school in New Jersey. You listen to Conway Twitty? I do.
And
Do
like,
you?
Conway who?
Conway who?
Yeah. So like, I'll be honest. The one artist right now that has dropped a few really fire songs is Justin Bieber. And I have no problem saying
joints, man. Beeb got some joints.
I have no problem saying that now. Now back in the day, you'd have never heard that.
Oh, no. You didn't get caught up in the Bieber fever?
Nah, man.
Come on, man. You got a t-shirt?
He definitely had a poster.
Listen, don't call me out any more than you've already called me out, all right?
I'm not mad at him for having a poster. bro.
Remind me to take that poster down when I get home.
Yeah, right.
All right, so
Note to self.
here, I got a question, man,
Talk to me,
because
bro.
Mark and I were talking about this too. So you released the EP in 2018.
Mhm.
Now, I've listened to some of your music through Mark. I've watched some of your videos. And I really think, like I was telling you earlier, I really think you're talented.
Thank you, man.
Like, I really do. I love your voice. Raspy Soul, I love your name, the catchphrase, and we'll get to where you got that name in a minute.
Gotcha.
Do you get frustrated? So I know we just said, like, all music is art and all music is subject to what people are feeling.
Mm.
But we also have to recognize there's a lot of trash out there.
There is a lot of trash out there.
And there's a lot of people that get really famous and you're like,
How?
how? Right? But there's also a lot of people that aren't original.
Mhm.
Right, so they get signed, they get to these record labels, but they're not allowed to write their own stuff.
Yep,
They're
yep.
not allowed to be really who they want to be.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like when Dave Chappelle turned down Comedy Central,
Yes.
right?
yes.
He got offered like millions.
Millions.
And he was like, you guys are taking over who I want to be.
It wasn't
I'm
enough.
not doing it. So do you get frustrated when you see some of these people that you clearly know? Now, I know you're a humble guy, but that you clearly know that you're better than, and you're like, why am I not selling out arenas yet? Or is it something that you're kind of like, I just have to trust the process and keep going?
Yeah. Admittedly, in the beginning, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think that was more or less me attaching to what I was hearing from others. My natural, genuine feeling about things is that your blessing is not tied to my blessing.
Right.
So even if I don't think that what you produced or what you gave out is my cup of tea, I'm not going to knock it as being the worst thing that I've ever heard, because somebody's going to like it.
Right.
And are there some things that's trash? And I'm like, how in the world did you do that? Yes. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, I'm happy that you got a moment in life that you might have got a check that changed your family's whole perspective. Your whole family's now like lineage, and there might be a generational wealth type situation where you have now changed your family's path. I can't really be upset with that.
Right.
Like, all I can do is be like, congratulations, man. Like, even though, like, Like, remember the guy, She Bang?
Yeah.
Like, we all know that was like, we was like, why and how, but
He rode the wave though, bro.
he rode the wave and think about the amount of money he probably made that was able to feed his family, feed other families around him and stuff like that. Because in my mind, you have a talent. If you have a talent, you can use it for the purpose of changing the spectrum of your family's lives and your life. Then I go with it. But
and I agree with you, bro, because so many people, like two people that stick when you told that story, like two people stick in my mind: Luke Bryan with country music and Kevin Hart with comedy.
Yes.
Everybody hates on them.
They
right?
do. I don't know why.
Luke Bryan can't sing. Well, he's doing something right.
He's doing something right.
Because he's selling out stadiums and he's on American Idol.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he may not be the true, like, great country music or whatever, but he's doing exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, whether you think he's funny or not,
he's doing
exactly. If you watch this episode on Netflix, he's one of the hardest grinding men in the show business.
If you watch him on Instagram, this man literally would be in LA at 5 o'clock in the morning. He'll be in New York by 3 o'clock that afternoon. He'll be somewhere else by 8 o'clock doing a show, and then he'll be home at night with his kids and his wife by midnight. I'm like, bro, how?
And then everybody's like, oh, it must be nice, but you're not recognizing the hustle, what it takes to get there. And if something takes off for you as an individual, you have to ride that wave.
You do.
Because it's not going to be that way forever.
No,
right?
It's not.
You get 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 great albums, whatever it is. At some point, it's going to stop.
It is going to stop.
So why not break it in when you got the chance,
bro.
right?
Exactly, bro.
So you're going to get there one day.
Yeah, man.
So tell me about Raspy Soul.
Raspy Soul is my mantra. I guess raspy is my voice. My voice is a raspy tone, but like I have the ability to change levels, octaves, things of that nature all the time. And then I feel like I said earlier, music I grew up on had a heartbeat. It had a soul.
Yeah.
And I feel like I sing with the purity of basically the legends and the ancestors that I studied growing up. Right. So I take my raspiness and the purity soul that I sing with and put it together, and there it goes. That's Raspy Soul. And it was something that I said to myself, almost like a transition of self. Okay. But at the same time, it was just like, branding is always a great thing. So I Googled it and I was like, there's no Raspy Soul.
Yeah, that's what I love
the
name, man. I really do. And I hope there's no other tailgate confessions out there, because that would be awkward.
But it makes it creates a mystique.
Yeah.
No, and people want to know who that is.
Yeah.
What is Raspy Soul?
And it's a conversation starter.
It is a conversation
starter. When the first time Mark told me about you, I was like, I want to know where you got the name from.
Yeah.
Right? So if anything else, it's a conversation starter.
This is true. Yeah.
Do you think music has saved your life?
Yes, in many ways. Yeah, I've been in situations where anywhere from a cell, unfortunately, to just being in a dark place in life. And if it wasn't for music, I really don't feel like I'd have got out of it, honestly. Just having that song that you can either sing to yourself or just play. And if you just need, we walk around as if we don't have emotions, but you're a human.
Right.
And if something is bothering you, if you're down and out, you're just down and out, bro. So you just gotta find those moments where music to me, art period, but my form of art that attaches to me the most is music. So it definitely has saved my life, to be honest.
That's
Yeah, bro.
All right. What comes first?
The
beat?
Uh-huh.
The lyrics?
Uh-huh.
Or the hook?
Wow. I had a feeling. I know he got something loaded with these questions.
We got him.
It varies. It really does. I ain't gonna lie to you. It varies. Sometimes I'll hear a track immediately, and the moment I hear the track, the melodies come right to me.
Yeah.
The hook comes right there, the verses. And then sometimes I've already written something, and I hear a beat. And I'm like, oh, there it is. Because it's about, like, I'm a firm believer of music telling a story, a song telling a story. So I love storytelling. So when I hear something, and Mark probably can vouch for this, when I hear it, I instantly see what the video is going to be like. I instantly see everything. Like, so if I can't visualize it, I don't usually record it.
Yeah. So the video you shot for him at the town center.
Yeah.
It really felt like I was watching two people on a date.
Yeah.
Oh man, man.
That was it.
And had you met her before?
I've been Jasmine. I knew of Jasmine.
Yeah.
And like I said, we interact on social media.
So the girl, just for the listeners, the girl is a model.
She is.
Yeah.
She's her name is Jasmine Alicia. Shout out to Jasmine. I just saw her on Instagram, and like I said, we interacted a couple times. She does music also, and we've seen her a couple shows or whatever. And she just matched. There's a line in the song about Martin and Gina. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
So I was like, you match. Like, you remind me of Gina.
Yeah.
Just.
You remind me of Gina.
It's pretty great.
I was like, so you remind me of Gina. So I hit her up and was like, hey, I got an idea for my song Love Jones. And, luckily for me, blessing that she already knew Love Jones, loved it to death. And she was like, I'm in. Like, I don't care. Whatever you need, let's shoot this video.
And that was the cool thing about the video. Like, as I'm watching it and how you say you like writing storytelling, I'm looking at it, and the way Mark shot it, which is incredible,
it was a movie.
And the different scenes, I felt like I'm watching two people on a date. It didn't feel cheesy. It felt real.
It was a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
It was, man. It was fun. It was a lot of fun to shoot that video because it was simple.
Simple is so good.
There's so many, like, behind the scenes. I'm rolling around in the grass. And, like, at the end of the video, you see me, I'm taking a picture. I'm on the ground. I was like, yo, if your man don't take selfies and get those angles like that, he don't really love you, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that one. And it's like the cut scene that comes in and here you are.
That's what it is. But it's just all things goes to Small Victory, man. Like, this is my guy, man. He came to me. And like I said, honestly, to be honest with you, as far as the video is concerned, and I'll be straight up honest, I had nothing to do really with the treatment of the video. Like, he already had a vision, and anybody,
thing like the show,
and that's how I feel, man. It's just like, if you come to me with that kind of a passion and vision, I'm like, I'm in. Like, I can't even, because it's undeniable. Like, I know you're not looking at me lying to me. You're telling me exactly what I need, what I want to. Not what I want to hear, but you're telling me what I need to hear. I have a vision. I have a passion for this situation. Okay.
No, he's and like I was telling you earlier, there's be sometimes I'll call Mark and like, hey man, I got an idea for the show. And he'll be like, or he'll be like, dude, I love it. And in the background, I'm like, yeah, he likes it. Like I brought some value.
I brought some value.
Okay, so R&B is not the only thing you do. Being a recording artist is not the only thing you do.
It's true.
You do have a normal job, as most of us do.
Yeah.
You work at where?
I'm actually a current bartender at Boyle Bay.
Okay.
This is the second location or third location they've opened up. I believe this year, honestly.
Okay.
It's a Cajun seafood boil spot, but it's the atmosphere, ambiance, just relax. You got a full-fledged sushi bar in the front. It's actually a boat, and it's a whole
So if you're looking to get some good Cajun food and have a fun bartender,
you already know Boyle Bay is a place, man. Come see us, man. Norfolk, Virginia. You already know.
So you bartend there.
Yes, sir.
Now the one thing I really want to ask you about is the R&B paint night.
Hey, Mark! Shout out to Mark for the plug.
Yeah, tell me about the R&B paint night.
So R&B and painting is simply something. Shout out to my partner Danita. The Phoenix Experience is what we go by. It was her thing. She was already doing paint events.
Okay.
We got linked up because we wanted to try something different.
Okay.
Usually when you go to paint events, it's painting, they play music or whatever it may be, and you're just relaxing and da-da-da. Ours, we wanted to be so much more like a therapeutic situation. Okay. So we incorporated the arts of her painting, the arts of me singing live, and put it together and create it feels like you're at like the best house party at home with your family, friends, and you're just having a ball. So while they're painting, while they're painting, in between steps, I'm actually singing live either covers or my original music, and it just gives a whole different feel because it's the combination of the arts. It really is. It's not something that we saw anybody doing. The first one we did was on my birthday, and it was right before COVID hit too. Honestly, it's crazy. It was the 18th, and the very next week is when they shut down for COVID. So we were like, let's expand on this, and like God is good, man, because we've just been expanding and taking off. We did a Labor Day Labor Day here at Trashmore, and
So we are shooting at Mount Trashmore
sorry,
today. No,
did I
you're
point
good.
that out?
No, you're good. You're good. I
Got
wanted
you,
you
got
to. No,
Yeah,
we're shooting at Mount Trashmore today.
I already know, man.
We like to mix up spots in the area. So
Gotcha.
today we're here, and that's cool. You actually did your
We
thing
did.
there.
One of our first major events was here, and then we just, like I said, incorporating the arts. When people leave, they just leave with this like they were able to get out of the house, have some fun. We definitely practice the social distancing. We have masks, everything. I mean, we want people to be able to walk out of their house and not be completely like paranoid over everything, because we know what's out here. We know what's happening. We know what's going on in the world, but at the same time, it's
Shakes up.
it's shaked up because I mean, you like people have been in the house since March. Like it's like, wow, like I want to get out, but you don't know what to do and what's safely to do. So we put that all together, came up with this situation that we actually just did a free Halloween event for the kids at Oil Bay.
Nice.
Over 85 kids showed up, and we let them paint for free. We did the Great Pumpkin because they took it off of TV. Charlie Brown, shout out to Charlie Brown, and make sure we had candy for the kids. We had giveaway gift bags to the parents, and like I said, it was just a way of giving back to the community, and then allowing the parents to be able to bring their kids, because nobody wanted to go door to door right now.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though, and I was thinking about this the other day, right? So I coach my son's baseball team, and I got 4 kids. And you mentioned COVID. Looking back on it, I don't think we were mentally prepared for it, right? So we wrapped up the baseball season the other day, right? So they put like a long pause. Like, we don't know if we're going to do it, right? And we did the baseball season, and at the last game, we're like telling the kids we're proud of them because they won. Like all the games were 2. They did a great job, and I'm getting teary-eyed.
Yeah.
And my wife is like, "Are you getting teary-eyed right now?" And I'm like, "I am." Yeah. And I didn't really understand why at that moment.
You felt it.
I felt it, right? And then 2 days later, we're doing, or it was either the next day or 2 days later, we're doing Halloween, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody was doing their part to try to help get candy out, to make sure the kids still had a Halloween. Yes. And at that moment, it hit me like, we as human beings take life for granted.
Yes.
Because things aren't always guaranteed.
They're not.
And you have to, like, it really brought that thing. So, like, when you said you wanted to get somebody an experience to get out of their house, do something different, and enjoy life again. Yeah. Like, those are the things we take for granted.
That's the perfect statement you just made. Enjoy life again. It's just like you really have been subjected to, a lockdown of the nature that we as a country haven't felt.
Right.
A lot of us in this generation have never felt it. Right. I mean, you got to go back to the depressions and things of that nature back in the day, but we as a country, we wake up every day and just go. Yeah. And to be in a situation where just you can't go, it's like So, like I said, it's even this right here. It's therapeutic to just get out. The sun's shining on us, man. This feels good.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day out here, man. And it's even more beautiful when you're surrounded by people who, like yourself, enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy over here, man. He enjoys life, and I know he does. Like I randomly text him like, "Hey, Mark, what's going on, brother? I'm good, brother. How you doing? I'm good." That's all I wanted. I didn't want anything else. I just want to see, are you good? Are you as a family good? Like, so you'd be surprised how many people like don't feel that even in the midst of this. Yeah. They even when COVID wasn't going on, people didn't reach out and say, "Hey, how you doing? Make sure you're." But even now, it's like this is even more time to reach out. Yeah. To your friends and check on your friends, man. Yeah. Check on your strong friends too, like the people that you know for a fact that nothing really wavers them. There's probably something wavering them. They just strong enough to not show you. That's all. So you know what I'm saying.
All right. So if I want to find a paint night, where do I go? Facebook, Instagram.
Yes,
online?
Definitely go to Instagram, Facebook. The Phoenix Experience. Okay. And Phoenix is spelled Phoenix. Okay. Her explanation on that is the Phoenix. The regular Phoenix is the rising. Right. But she changed the spelling of it, F-E, for female. Okay. Because she is a female, she feels like this is her, the burning down and the rebuilding of her of a stage in life. Okay. So
you might need to hook that up.
I got you. Say no more. Now, she would love to do it. Yeah. She's been on Wavy 10 and everything, so it's good stuff.
Perfect. And the reason I say that, because one of the things that Mark and I have both said about the show is is we want to get anybody and everybody that's in the community, no matter like what you're doing, if you're doing great things that you're proud of and that's bringing value to other people's lives, like that's what this whole show is about, right? So in closing, what piece of advice would you give to the next Raspy Soul? Some young kid out there trying to figure out life, wants to know the trials and tribulations, the struggles of being a recording artist, and even just being a man in general.
Oh, wow. Just never stop. I mean, like, you're gonna have people to tell you that you're to this, you're to that, whatever it may be. Like, you cannot listen to anybody else about your dreams. Like, these people don't control your dreams. So why would you listen to them telling you what on how to handle your dreams? Right. Just keep fighting, keep striving. There's gonna be ups and downs, but anything worth having is worth fighting for. You already know it's cliche, but it is the perfect. It hasn't been written any better. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what you do. Stay focused on life. Enjoy life. Embrace life. Appreciate it for the gift that it is, because life is a gift. It is literally a gift you get every day that you should not have expected to get.
Absolutely.
So just treat it like the gift it is, and just love one another, man. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I cut my hand, you cut your hand. Once the oxygen hits, same blood.
Absolutely.
So let's love each other, man.
So Mark, I want to thank you for meeting this incredible human being right here.
I knew this would be good.
Yeah.
I knew it. It's easy.
Bro, it's like an instant connection.
That's what I said.
Bro, I'm with it.
Like we could probably go for another 2 hours.
We could. We can go get beers, whatever we want to do.
All right, everybody.
The ladder.
Thanks for tuning in to Tailgate Confessions. Like, subscribe, follow my guy. Episode 3 in the books, Raspy Soul.
Peace.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
My man.
That was good times. Thanks, man.
My man. Hey, look, I had to jump out because you guys are 6-footers, man.
We didn't make it up, we just made a way. We gon' take it up, we won't fade away. I got too many dreams, gotta stay away. Ask me if I changed, yo, it's night and day. I told the backstabbers, put the knife away. I'm tryna get my